Hello, welcome again to the Nightfire podcast. Today we're talking about an interesting story about Chicago. This story is particularly about how Mayor Daley back in 2008 leased a 75-year lease for the parking meters in Chicago to a entity for $1 billion for 75 years. The city of Chicago has been plagued with corruption scandals, and this isn't one of them that really caught the eye for a lot of people. I actually lived in Chicago at the time, and I remember the story when it came out. But essentially, they were in a budget crunch, and they're looking for funds, so they have parking meters, and parking in any major city is a pain. So they leased it out to a company, and they collect it on their behalf. The one thing about this lease is no matter if it's holidays, snowed in, or anything like that, the 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 Chicago has to pay that leasing company as if it was being used, even if they block off the roads for a parade or whatever. It's very interesting, but apparently they did this back in 2008. They've already generated $1.2 billion from the city since they've inked that deal back in 2008. So it's been 17 years, and they've already recouped back their money. But then they still have the lease for another almost 60 years, which is insanity. But one thing I will say about this is that big money multiplies quickly. So I don't know what the exact ROI is in this, but I did it in another video, and I'll have to recall that one. But we can figure that out. But another 60 years of essentially income coming from the city of Chicago based off of a lease. And this is the power of leases. The crazy thing about this is back in 2005, Chicago sold the Chicago Skyway, which is a toll road, for 99 years for $1.83 billion. I don't remember this because I was a lot younger, a few years younger. But the Chicago Skyway that cuts through Illinois and Indiana and Ohio. But I think this is the part that connected from Indiana to Ohio for $1.83 billion, the tolls for 99 years, which is insanity. And the crazy thing about this is that the 40 aldermen that favored the deal for the 2008 for the parking meters, only 7 of them remain in office in city council. So these people that make decisions, and I think we're seeing a lot in Congress now where a lot of our delegation and governors and senators are all older. They're making decisions that affect the next generation for years to come. They won't see the ramifications of their decisions, but whoever makes the decision and signs these leases and agrees to receive this money today, they now have to pay out for the foreseeable future. So I think it's one thing, the importance of doing long-term, especially long-term leases like this, is that there's ramifications that they may not have thought about, that they could have easily just raised the prices of the income, or done a shorter lease, or done other forms of revenue generating activities besides selling their lease for 75 years or the toll road for 99 years, just to get a short-term income of cash. So every decision has an outcome, good or bad. So hope you learned a lot. Very interesting story to me and close to my heart. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in. Go like, share, subscribe. Thanks, guys.